What's up guys, Justin here with the RenderingEssentials.com, back with another Twinmotion tutorial for you. So in today's video we're going to talk about how to use animated flags inside of Twinmotion. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. Alright, so first of all, model credit for this model. This is the parking model by Max Achofsky, and you can download this in the SketchUp 3D warehouse. So I've gone through and I've downloaded this from the 3D warehouse. I've kind of hid some of the 2D trees, and then I've brought it into Twinmotion for rendering. So first off, big thank you to the channel MANIMATION for this tip. So he does some amazing renderings inside of Twinmotion and other programs, and he was the one that kind of let me in on where you could find this, because I didn't actually realize this was a thing inside of Twinmotion. So what I wanted to talk about real quick is there's a way to add in animated flags inside of your renderings, and what they do is they really make your animations look a little bit more realistic, and so they just add that little extra something that makes everything look just a little more alive than it does just by having kind of a still rendering right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, and if you go into the furnitures section under city, there's actually a section down here for flags, and I didn't realize these were in here because they're kind of buried a little bit, but if you click on the flags you can see how there's multiple different kinds of flags in here. So for example, let's say that we were creating a city scene. You could take this flag and you could drop this on this face right here. So you can see how I'm able to take that flag and bring it in. And one of the cool things about this is actually animated, meaning that since it's animated, you're actually able to make this move inside of your rendering. And so one thing you can check out is you can add, or you can adjust the wind speed, and this is going to adjust along with that wind speed. So you can see how I can take that and I can make this move just a little bit like there's a nice breeze, or I can turn it up a lot and it's really going to look like the wind's whipping in there. But one of the other cool things about these flags is, let's say for example that we had a flag coming off of this wall right here. You can actually in these flags apply a texture to them in order to show a different flag. So let's say for example, and this may not be the proper use of the American flag, so maybe we'll put this on a flagpole instead, but let's say that we had a flagpole that was right, we'll say in the center right here, and let's say this was the flagpole for the area, and we wanted to apply an American flag texture to it, or whatever texture you wanted to. You could click on the button for texture, and then what you would do is you'd go to the open function, and there's actually a number of flags that are loaded in here in your content. So you can see how this comes up automatically, where there's a bunch of flags already in here that you can use. So let's say that we wanted to add a country flag in here. We could find the country that we wanted, like this one, and you can apply it to that flag material. You can see how that's really easy, and it maps really nicely to this face right here. And so let's say we wanted a different kind of flag, like let's say we had a flag hanging off of this face right here, and let's say we didn't want this to be a country flag. Let's say that this was just a, where was it? I saw it. Let's say this was a checkerboard flag. You could use this to add a checkered flag in here as well. So, and you can also add your custom textures in here if you want to. So if you don't want to just use one of these, so let's say instead of going to this folder right here, the content folder, let's say you had another folder and you had a different kind of flag. So in this case I have a Mardi Gras color flag. If you were to load that in, you can see how that image gets applied to these flags as well. So, and these just really add something to your animations. So I didn't realize until I watched a couple videos with these actually animated and moving inside of the animations, how much they added to what you were doing in here. So really quick video today, but again, consider just adding some of these to your animations, because they really just add something and make your animations look a lot more realistic. They kind of draw the eye when you're animating things inside of Twinmotion. And these will be be animated automatically when you export your animation, so you don't need to do anything different in order to include these. So that's where I'm going to end this video. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought. Did you know this was in here? I just love having that conversation with you guys. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new rendering content every week. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.